Man, it's the Genie, aka Yapala World here. Back at it again with another video, man. Back at it again with another video type shit. And today, we're gonna be talking about one of the biggest things right now. One of the things that is trending the most right now. And you definitely know about it, especially if you're into hip hop and you're in the hip hop world. Yes, we're gonna be talking about the arrest of Lil Durk, you feel what I'm saying? Schmirkio, Durkio, The Voice, whatever you know him as, bro just got locked up. And it's honestly not looking too good. Like, this shit is serious. Now, if you don't already know who Lil Durk is, his legal name is Durk Banks, and he first started posting his music to YouTube and MySpace and gained a local following in Chicago. He gained national significance after he was signed to Def Jam in 2012, and he left the label after 5 years, signed to Alamo Records instead in 2018. Now, unlike a lot of these mainstream rappers, Lil Durk has been in the game for a minute. I'm talking about a fat minute, not no 60 seconds. Lil Durk began to catch on in the early 2010s when he was still a teenager, bringing pop touches to a raw lyrical style and helping to set the pace for the melodical sound that Chicago rap would become known for throughout the decade. His most well-known tracks are All My Life with J. Cole, Broadway Girls with Morgan Wallen, and his featured part in Drake's Laugh Now, Cry Later. So now we're going to talk more on the arrest. Now, Durk is no stranger to being arrested and to facing legal issues, but this is probably the most serious, and it's looking like he's pretty coked, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, his arrest was made in Broward County, Florida, for charges associated with murder for hire plot. According to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Banks was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals and held at our facility. He has since been released into their custody, the Sheriff's Office said. So he is currently in U.S. Marshals custody. Banks' charges of murder for hire come as 5 members of the Chicago-based Only the Family crew, or OTF, which Banks is associated with. Which OTF is like basically his label, his crew, like his gang or whatever. So according to the indictment, the men allegedly put a hit out on rapper Quando Rondo in retaliation for the shooting death of another Chicago rapper, King Von, who was part of OTF and collaborated with Lil Durk on music. Now, if you don't know who King Von is, that was, you know what I'm saying, another rapper who was killed. And a lot of people were telling Durk to slide for King Von after Von died, and they was making memes about this for years, like Durk slide for Von, Durk slide for Von, Durk slide for Von. And obviously, I wasn't expecting him to slide for Von because he has a whole career. Like, why would he just throw his life away like that? But I guess apparently now he just sent a hit out to Quando Rondo to get him killed. So I guess he technically did slide for Von. So he did what everybody told him to do, and now he's in jail. Now, according to the indictment, on November 6, 2020, which is where this all went down with King Von and Quando Rondo, this is the day that King Von died, an OTF member described only as DB, which is King Von, I think like Davon Bennett, was in a physical altercation with rapper Quando Rondo at a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. During the fight, an associate of Quando Rondo pulled out a gun and shot King Von multiple times, killing him. While authorities did not name King Von in the indictment, rapper King Von, whose real name was Davon Bennett, was killed on that same date. NBC News reported at the same time another man, 34-year-old Mark Blately, was also shot and killed in a shootout, and 4 others were injured, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. Now, it also states that on August 18th, 2022, upon learning that Quando Rondo was staying at the Los Angeles hotel, Wilson, Jones, Lindsey, Houston, Grant, and co-conspirator 2 traveled to California from Illinois to track, stalk, and attempt to kill Quando Rondo by gunfire, including with a fully automatic firearm. So I'm guessing the people that I just named were people that were part of Durk's crew, and they were trying to get retaliation for King Von's death, and they were probably sent by Lil Durk. So this happened back in 2022, and I guess he just got arrested for it now. So Lil Durk really put the hit on for Quando Rondo. The indictment for the 5 men is on charges of conspiracy and the use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, use, carry, and discharge of firearms and machine gun possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death, possession of a machine gun, and criminal forfeiture. So basically, it's cooked. So more about the shooting is that what happened was on August 18, 2022, they were stalking Quando Rondo, waiting for him, putting the hit out on him. and apparently there was a shooting at the Beverly Center Mall, so that's where it took place. And they fired at least 18 rounds into Quando Rondo's vehicle, which they actually struck and killed a victim identified in court documents as SR, who was Quando Rondo's family member who had been traveling with Rondo. So they tried to kill Quando Rondo at some Beverly Center Mall, but they ended up killing somebody that was with them, which was his family member. But shit, everybody was telling him to slide for Vaughn. He really did slide for Vaughn. Shit. And what's crazy is that I'm seeing around the news that Lil Durk might potentially face the death penalty. Like, he might even get the death penalty. Now, I don't think he's gonna get the death penalty, but it's just crazy that he might be potentially facing the death penalty. And of course, since this is on the internet, you already know there's a lot of memes about it. You already know there's so many memes about it. Leave it to the internet. But anyways, let me know what you think about the situation. Is Durk cooked? Is Durk getting the death penalty? Is this reasonable? Let me know what you think down below. And as always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you haven't already. And stay tuned for more uploads. Yeah.